Like many fans of Stranger Things, I believe Vecna and the Mind Flayer already won in the last season. A good old Empire Strikes Back, No Country for Old Men, Silence of the Lamb, villain wins in the end scenario. And not just Mike in the end being controlled, but every main character. Let's cut some cardboard, make some art, and have a conversation. What does it for me are three things. One, established from the first season, the air in the Upside Down is incredibly toxic and the vines everywhere alert Henry of all movement. By the last season, everyone could breathe the air and the vines do nothing, so we think. I personally think this is how Vecna has been slowly controlling everyone who enters the Upside Down. Isn't it odd that Vecna and the Demogorgons did not attack the military base in the Upside Down? It looked like Dr. K and her soldiers had no idea Vecna even existed until the brutal attack at the portal. This is why Vecna was able to beat them so easily. Also remember how easily the Demogorgons destroyed those soldiers. Those same Demogorgons that struggled to capture children and seemingly were on vacation from their own world at the final battle with the Mind Flayer in the Abyss. 2. Vecna told Will that he was using him to spy. Their connection worked both ways, but Vecna is far more powerful and experienced. He was learning and watching everyone. Remember, Vecna easily got into Hopper's mind to break the isolation tank and sever Eleven's link in the Upside Down. That is power, and talking about power leads to number 3, the scene where Holly was free falling from the abyss into the Upside Down, and Vecna was able to pull her back from the abyss. All this matters because the friends were able to beat him far too easily, and they each received their perfect tailored ending. Vecna let Max escape the second time after her long conversation with Holly. He could have intervened, but he didn't because that's what she wanted, to be back with Lucas. Jonathan and Nancy were given an isolated situation with that corrosive yet not gray slime to break up, something they both wanted to do. Hence, the slime solidified immediately after they broke up. Nancy somehow becomes G.I. Jane, can handle a machine gun like she's part of SEAL Team 6, kills a bunch of soldiers without any emotion, and is fearless against a godlike monster the size of an apartment building. I think that was her fantasy. In the Abyss, the friends saw the Mind Flayer as like the Dark Crystal Castle, which was referenced in previous seasons. They were able to outrun the Mind Flayer, scale mountains faster than Superman, cause mass damage to a creature that again is the size of a bloody apartment building, like they were all part of a D&D adventure that they loved to play. A far weaker Eleven was able to overpower Vecna, who previously took out an entire army without trying and tore Hawkins apart in the previous season. That confident win is what Eleven wanted. Vecna allowed Will to overpower him with the abilities he just unlocked, abilities Vecna mastered over time and was backed by the Mind Flayer. It was Vecna's revelation to Will that gave Will the strength to reveal his sexuality to his friends. That is what Will wanted. With Vecna impaled and still alive with his powers, he simply looked over to Joyce. Joyce, who always felt helpless, then got to hack off his head, the revenge she wanted. The military, obsessed with the Upside Down, spent millions and billions to do their operations, tried to hunt down Eleven, and knows that Hopper killed numerous of their soldiers, simply leaves. To Vecna, they weren't important, and I believe he made them leave. A vengeful and villainous Dr. K simply walks away. That is not her personality. Then Hopper gets his job back. The town forgets that they thought he was dead. Hopper gets a promotion and gets to propose to Joyce. His perfect, happy ending. Lucas gets the girl, Max graduates with her friends, Will gets acceptance, Steve becomes a teacher somehow, Dustin gets his rebel graduation moment, and the girl that rejected him previously. Mike creates an 11 survival scenario that satisfies his loss, and on and on. Everyone of importance gets what they wanted because the Mind Flayer and Vecna already have the kids plugged in and won. None of us know what the world would look like if a creature as powerful as the Mind Flayer took over the world. A mental happy ending for everyone would be one hell of a prison. But hey, that's just my 2 cents. Thanks for listening.